Hey folks, Jim Zaspel here with a quick blog on setting goals. Have you ever thought you wanted to set out to accomplish something but weren't sure how to decide how to set it out and go ahead and do it? So we're going to talk about two things. One, setting goals, and then how to ensure you actually accomplish those goals, okay? So there's two types of goals that you can set, and if you're going to take notes, I highly recommend it because what I'm going to cover here is really what it takes to get from where you're at right now to where you're wanting to go, okay? And by the way, if you're watching this prior to the first Thursday in January, you want to get yourself to the GP Arena meeting. I think it's January 4th, and I'm doing a goal setting workshop. So it's like all of this stuff, but expanded over the course of about 70 minutes or so. Nothing for sale at the meeting, just me talking about how to help you, how you can accomplish stuff you want in your life. So anyway, there's two types of goals, okay? First of all, you've got what I call results-oriented type goals. These are goals that it's, let's say you say, hey, I want to make $1 million this year, right? That's a results-oriented type goal. Or I want to pay off my credit card debt this year. That's a results-oriented type of goal, right? Then an action-oriented type of goal is, hey, I'm going to take X, Y, and Z steps to accomplish, usually in support of the results-oriented type goal. So some of those things might be, let's talk about some action-oriented marketing type goals. I'm going to call 25 FISBOs every evening until I get a deal. That's an action-oriented type goal. I'm going to mail 5,000 mail pieces a week. That's an action-oriented type of goal. I'm going to place as many ads as I need online to hire a VA. Whatever it is, I'm going to hire a VA. Those are action-oriented type goals, okay? So here's what I recommend you do. I'm going to talk almost exclusively about business-oriented type of goals. There's kind of five areas of life, and the reality is, I think it's really arrogant of some people, some gurus, some coaches out there. They try to coach you how to do everything in life, right? You got spiritual things, you got personal life, you got relationships, you got your part of personal is your physical, you got your finances, and you got your business, right? And I'm very thankful what God's done to me in all these different areas of my life. However, I don't think I'm the most qualified to talk about many of those things, except for business and a little bit of finance, and I'm still figuring the rest of the stuff out, okay? So I know my own limitations, so I'm here to help you with your business, specifically with regards to real estate investing, although these principles could be applied to just about anything. All right, so here we are, business. So let's say your goal is to, let's say you want to set up a couple of results-oriented type of goals. These are the big idea things. Some people, these are where people get stuck, right? They think, I want to make $1 million a year. I want to pay off all my debt. I want to have a beautiful house. I want to have three free and clear cars that are at least $100,000. Those are results-oriented type of goals. Those are dreams, okay? The difference between a goal and a dream is a goal is basically a dream with a deadline and an action plan to back it, okay? If you're just sitting here listing all the crap that you want out of life, guess what? It's not going to do you a darn lick of good, okay? But you better be able to work your tail off to make it happen, okay? Which is why it's so important to carefully craft the results-oriented type goals that you want. Because if you just craft a goal that doesn't really inspire or motivate you that much, then guess what? You're probably not going to work that hard for it. So let's identify 3 to 5 specific results-oriented type goals that you might set in your business, around the new year, any point in the year for that matter, okay? So one, it is, by the way, you like this view here? I'm here in Maui, Hawaii, sitting here at the table outside the resort. That is, I think it's Lanai in the background, and that's Molokai. I have no idea if I pronounced the names of those islands correctly, but that's where we are. Anyway, so results-oriented type of goals. So let's say you've got one, I want to earn enough money to pay off your credit cards. Well, that's good. Okay, that's a start. Okay, let's say you want to earn $1 million in the next calendar year. Now, here's a tip. If you've never made more than $100,000 in your life over the course of an entire year, setting a goal to make $1 million, that's a great goal. I think it's something you probably ought to push off a little bit longer. Can it be done your first year in business? Absolutely. Don't get me wrong, it totally can. However, the thing about goals is they've got to be believable. Right? I think it's a very realistic goal to make $1 million. I've done it a couple years in a row now, but and I'm nobody special. I'm a college dropout. If I can do it, you can do it. But if you've never made more than 100 grand, your belief level in yourself is probably going to be a little bit lacking, okay? So let's say $250,000. That's the goal, right? Net, before taxes, $250,000. Okay. The reason I say before taxes is because there's a million different ways to shelter your income from taxes legally. That's for a different video. All right, so here we go. So make $250,000 for the next 12 months. That's one goal, results-oriented type goal. What's another results-oriented type goal? Take a vacation. Take a 10-day or 2-week vacation, right? To somewhere tropical, like Hawaii, for instance, right? That's a results-oriented type of goal, which you can't do unless you make the money and have the freedom first to do it, okay? Maybe you're still working for somebody else. You want to fire your boss. Well, here's a tip for you. Don't quit your job until you've made enough money that you can feel comfortable replacing it, because financial stress is some of the worst stress in the world. I know from personal experience, it's some of the worst stress in the world. And if you're stressed out about money, you can't think creatively, you can't get stuff done, all right? Maybe to do $250,000, let's say you're being really conservative, so you need to do 10 deals, 10 rehabs over the course of the next 10 months. All right, so $250,000, 10 deals. I think we said pay off your debt, and we said quit your job and go on a really nice vacation. It's 5 goals, all kind of revolved around the same thing. You see how they're kind of all in one's in support of one another, right? You might think a vacation isn't in support of making a lot of money, but it is, because if you're not making money, you're not gonna go on the vacation, right? And having that vacation, that reward for yourself will I assume it will definitely motivate and inspire you to push through the tough times, okay? All right, so those are the 5 results-oriented type goals we're going for. Now, this is the fun part. This is the part where I spend 80% of my goal planning time is in the action-oriented type goals, meaning what you're going to do to accomplish the result, okay? Because again, if you don't get to this point, if you just list all the crap you want out of life, you ain't going to get diddly squat. You can do all the incantations you want, all the affirmations you want, but if you don't do stuff and be clear about what you got to do, you're not going to get it. So, what are some examples of action-oriented type goals you might need to do, goals/tasks, in order to get those results? So let's take them one at a time. In regards to paying off your debt, let's take that one for starters. First off, you got to list your debts. Okay, I remember it was not more than 5 years ago, not even 5 years ago, that I was almost $300,000 in debt at the time. That's an insurmountable amount of money to me. And one of the exercises that I had to do was list out my debt. Okay, and man, I need a freaking spreadsheet to list out the number of people I owed money to, right? It was not cool, but I did. And you know the magic happened when I listed out the amount of debt that I had. Here's the magic. It was like all of a sudden it was concrete. Whereas before I listed it and wrote it down and calculated it, with the interest and everything, before I did all that, guess what? It was just this unclear cloud hanging over my head. It wasn't until I made it quantifiable. I was like, all right, you know what? I can chip away at this. It made it seem doable, okay? So if you got any debt, you find out exactly how much it is and write it down. You got to keep it in front of you. And as you pay it off, a little bit every single month to everything, then you got to keep track of that as well. You got to watch it go down. What they say, LA Fitness, I used to go there. What they say is what gets measured gets improved. And so you got to measure your progress in paying down your debt, okay? 2, what was the other goal? I think it was going to vacation. Well, here's the one thing you ought to do pretty darn soon into this 12-month period. Because remember, your reward for making the $250,000 inside of 12 months is going to be going on this kick-butt vacation. Don't go until you've made the $250,000, right? But anyway, I think you got to pick the spot, do some research, put pictures of it everywhere, in your car, at your desk, at your house, in the mirror, in your bathroom, you're brushing your teeth in the morning, on your background, in your phone, and fill your mind with pictures and whatever this vacation is, or whatever it is reward you're going to give yourself, okay? So pick it, identify the cost, you know how much it's going to be, and you can start saving towards it, right? And as you're making money doing deals. So we got the debt, we got the vacation, making $250,000, and we're going to do 10 deals. There's another one, I forget what it was. So let's talk about this $250,000 and 10 deals, those 2 closely related goals. So let's say you've never done a deal before, maybe done 1 or 2. To do 10 inside of 12 months is super duper easy, but I'll tell you, if you've never done it before, the first time you do everything, it's kind of hard, right? Riding a bike is really easy, isn't it? But the first time you did it was a little shaky, right? So let's break it down into actionable steps that you can take to make it happen. So if you're watching this video and you're wanting to do more deals, the next 3 minutes of this video will show you how to do more deals, okay? If you're not doing more deals, if you're not doing any deals, there's 4 components to doing deals. I call it the 4 F's of real estate. I'm going to list them and I'll break them down for you, and I'll show you how you can break this down into action-oriented type steps. First, you got to find the deals. That's F number 1. Find. That's like marketing, MLS, realtors. But find the deals. 2 is you got to fund the deals. You got to know where your capital is. 3, you got to fix them, contractors, renovate them, right? 4, you got to flip them, sell them. Pretty easy step. So let's start with number 1. This is where, if you get this one right, almost everything else can fall in place extremely easily. Without step number 1, the rest of the stuff is worthless. You can have the best realtor lined up to sell your house. You can have the best contractor lined up to renovate it. You can have all the private money in the world, but if you don't find a deal, you don't got diddly squat. So let's talk about step number 1, and I'm going to spend the majority of the time right here. So here's where I would get really serious and detailed and make the amount of plans, whatever you think it's going to take to get 10 deals in the next 12 months, double it, okay? And here's a tip. If you want to do 10 deals in the next 12 months, how soon do you need to buy 10 houses? Within 6 months, right? Because your average ownership time is 5 to 6 months for a flip, right? So you actually need to buy 10 houses in the next 6 months, all right? So let's talk about what you got to do. So what are the different ways you can find deals? I've got another video out there. What is it? Jim'sFreeTrainingVideos.com, and it shows you how to do this. But anyway, how do you find deals? Well, you can get deals out of the MLS, you can get deals from postcards, you can get deals from other wholesalers, and get deals from networking, as well as door knocking and FSBOs. So door knocking, FSBOs, MLS, wholesalers, networking, and postcards, direct mail. All right, so what are some, we're going to pick 3. We're going to pick MLS, we're going to pick direct mail, and we're going to pick networking. 3, because remember, you want it to be too complicated. You want it to be pretty straightforward. Okay, so number 1, MLS. Find an agent, have them set up some keywords. I've got a free. Boy, I forget. I offer it somewhere. My list of keyword searches that you can search the MLS for, but I don't remember the URL. Wasn't planning on giving it to you, but anyway, it's out there somewhere. Just Google Jim Zaspel MLS keyword search. I think you'll find it. All right. So have a realtor set up the hot sheets, and they'll find some deals. I can tell you right now, it's the day of this recording. Slim pickings on the MLS, but there are some deals out there. Okay, that's that one. Number 2, let's talk about, so have a realtor set up keywords such as TLC, investor special, mold, REO, bank owned, must sell, motivated seller, estate, divorce, those kind of keywords in the MLS listing, and you'll find that you can find